This question is from heat transfer. So first we will read the question. Consider a solid slab of thickness 2L. A uniform cross sectional is given A. The volumetric rate of heat transfer generation is given, that is watt per meter cube. So it is denoted by G. Okay, so don't confuse with that. They have given the notation. The slab loses heat by convection at both the ends to air with heat transfer coefficient H is given. Assuming steady state, which is very important assumption, one dimensional heat transfer, the temperature profile is given. So if you see this profile, so mathematically, if you have seen this is a mathematically this equation is a of parabola. Okay, so we will see how we can use this information, and where K is the thermal conductivity of the slab, Ts is the surface temperature, Ts 350 Kelvin is given, ambient temperature of 300 Kelvin is given, Biot number is given, so much information is given. So from this equation number 1, okay, if I want to draw a plot, it will be like this from minus L to L. So as I told, it will be a parabola, so there is a heat generation, the profile will be like this. Okay, so here it can take minus L, here L, so it is x equals to 0. So here the slope is 0, so dt by dx is 0, that is T max. Okay, and that we have to calculate, this T max we have to calculate in the system. So what is the equation is given? Tx equals to G dot L square upon 2k 1 minus x by L whole square. Okay, so this y equals to ax square, this is parabola, which is very important information from this mathematical equation. जितना maths के equations को तुम analyze कर पाओगे, that will help you for solving the questions. Okay, fine. So we want T max. Okay, so T max चाहिए, obviously x equals to 0 put करो and स्वीट इक्वेशंस को बाहर निकालो. T max equals to what it will come? G dot L square upon 2k. Okay, so here 1 will be 1, here 0, I can directly write plus Ts. Okay, this is the equation which we are getting at x equals to 0. Now we have to do a heat balance, that is very important. Okay, because surface temperature are given. How much surface temperature is given? That is 350. So it is a mirror image. Okay, sorry, means it is symmetric. Okay, from center 350, and atmosphere temperature is given, T infinity equals to 300 Kelvin, or R in Kelvin. Okay, so when we want to do a heat balance, unit should be maintained. Okay, means everyone. So this is G dot, that is watt per meter cube. Okay, so we know that convection there is going on, so Q equals to H A delta T, but in the question it is G dot. Here the unit of Q is watt. Okay, so we want to convert it. So how we will convert? It is area, okay, of slab into thickness. How much thickness is given? Thickness given is 2L. Okay, here it is 0 to L, and total thickness will be 2L. Okay, so here it is meter square, here it is meter, so this will be cancelled with this. Now it is equals to what? H A, area of slab, delta T. Okay, how much delta T is given? Delta T will be 350 minus 300. So here convection is going on the two surfaces. Okay, this is one surface, this is second surface. Okay, so here multiplied by 2 will come. Okay, now you can easily calculate the value. This A slab will be cancelled. Okay, and what else will be cancelled? H is there. Now I think everything is okay. everything is okay. Yeah, this 2 will cancel with this 2. Now everything is okay. G dot equals to this H is there. Now L will come down and this 50 will come down. Very good. Now what data is given? One more data is given, that is Biot number is 0.5. Okay, we know Biot number is the ratio of resistance in the conduction upon to resistance in convection, that is HL by K value is given 0.5. So from here you can say L equals to 0.5 K by L. Okay, so you can put this, or you can at the end also you can use this value. So in place of L, or you can say in place of H, you can anything you can do. Okay, so basically we have to L value is given. Okay, so we will put in terms of H equals to 0.5 into K by L. Okay, so we can put it at the end, H by L into 50. So we have a equation number this second for T max. So we have to put this T max equals to 350 plus H by L into 50 into L square by 2K. Okay, so just we have put this GL square 2K, we have put this. Okay, and in place of G we have written this, and T max we have written 350. So we have HL by K. Okay, you have all the terms here. This is H, L and this K. In place of this you can write easily, so that will be 350 plus 25 into HL by K. This is 25. So HL by K is given 350 plus 25 into 0.5. So it will come 362.5 Kelvin. So this is the answer. So you have an option. Okay, either you can put this here also, or you can directly convert here also. Okay, you have an option, because ultimately you have to place HL by K equals to 0.5. So according to your convenience you can put this. Okay, so this is OR. Okay, either you can put it directly from here, or you can change it from here also. So this is a very good question. Means unit balance. See here, the most important things is the this point and this, that it is a parabola. So from the equation actually we have concluded that this is a parabola. Okay, so what is given in the question? A source placed at the origin of a circular sample holder. Okay, so there will be circular something. Radius is given of r equals to 1 meter. Emits particles uniformly in all direction. Okay, a detector of length L has been placed along the perimeter of sample holder. Okay, so what is the perimeter here? 2 pi r. This is the perimeter, okay, of this circle, and the total numbers of particles emitted during the experiment. So you have to calculate the total number of, so for one length of 1 centimeter, how much particles are coming? 14 particles are coming. So it will be for 2 pi r, how much particles will come? It is like this. Okay, so it will be 2 for 1, it is coming 14. So 2 pi r into 14. Okay, it will be like this. So 2 pi r, it is for 1 centimeter. Okay, so r should be in 1 centimeter, so it will be multiplied by 100 into 14. So how much it will come? 2 into approximately 3.14 into 100 into 14. So it will be coming 8792. That's it. The mistake Here R should be in centimeter. Why? Because it is length is given in 1 centimeter. Okay. So it is given in a double pipe heat exchanger, length is given. Okay. Hot fluid flows in the annulus, cold fluid in the inner pipe. The temperature profiles are given, so they are a function of x, so they have given directly the value of x also. Okay, and you have to calculate the value of LMTD. So this is the basic question of, you can say, heat exchanger. So heat exchanger length is given. Okay, so first we will draw the profile of hot fluid. So hot fluid will be going like this. So it is 0 meter and this is 10 meter, because it is given that it is 10 meter. Okay, so TH1 we will calculate entry, that is 80 minus 3 into 0, that is 80. So we will put here 80. Then we have outlet temperature. Okay, we have outlet temperature of how much? TH. Okay, so it will be outlet, you can say 80 minus 3 into 10, so that will be 30. 80 minus 30 will be 50, so it will be 50. Then it is mentioned in the question actually that both the inlet are moving from the this to 0. Okay, 0 meter. Okay, so that is why it means they are co-current heat exchanger. It is not a counter current. Okay, it is not a counter current because they have mentioned, okay, that a double pipe heat exchanger of 10 meter length, hot fluid flows in the annulus and cold flows in the inner pipe. Okay, so basically they are moving in the same direction. Okay, so now you can calculate TC1, 20 plus 2x, so it will be 0, so that will be 20. Then 20 plus 2 into 10, so that it will be 40. Now you can easily calculate LMTD, both this temperature difference and this. So 80 minus 20 will be 60, 50 minus 40 will be 10. So 60 minus 10 ln of 60 by 10. You can just calculate this. Okay, 60 minus 10 upon ln of 60 by 10. So how much it will come? 27.90. So this is LMTD formula. Okay, delta T1 minus delta T2 ln of delta T1 upon delta T2. Your answer will come. So this is very easy question. Okay, hope you have understood. Again one question from shell and tube heat exchanger, means basically previous question if you see, that is from LMTD. Okay, so overall heat transfer coefficient is given clean, the most important word is clean. Okay, so you can write it, U clean equals to 250 watt per meter square Kelvin. For a specific condition, it is expected that a heat exchanger may be fouled during the operation. Obviously this is obvious process, there will be the fouling will happen in this. एंड फाउलिंग के बाद क्या हो गया? फाउलिंग रेजिस्टेंस हो गया. ऑब्वियसली फाउलिंग आ रही है मतलब कि उसके ऊपर एक एक्स्ट्रा कंडक्शन की लेयर आ रही है. बट जब हमने देखा है कि जो भी ये कंडक्शन की लेयर आती है, ऑलवेज द डेटा इज गिवन इन फॉर्म ऑफ कन्वेक्शन. ओके, सो रेजिस्टेंस गिवन है यू फाउलिंग का. ओके, और यू कैन से रेजिस्टेंस ड्यू टू डर्ट. ओके, सो 0.001 unit is meter square Kelvin upon watt. Obviously it is reverse of that. And what you have to calculate? U dirt. Okay, U dirt. So we can equate this, okay, having the same for units, because we have to maintain the consistency of the unit. So 1 upon U dirt equals to 1 upon U clean plus resistance due to dirt. Okay, so it will be 1 upon 250. So see, everyone has same unit, 0.001 upon U dirt. You solve it and you will get U equals to 200, and what is the unit? We will get in watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, so here you have to just see, mistake should not be in the form of unit. Okay, don't put it 1 by R dirt. Okay, this is the mistake that most of the students can do. So you have to see the units actually. Okay, basically evaporators are one type of heat exchanger. Okay, so here if you can see that a double effect evaporator is used. So first we will draw the evaporator like this. Two evaporators are there. So basically why we use two effect evaporators, we know that to improve the economy. Okay, to improve the economy we use the double effect evaporators. So here you can say that some steam is going on. So it is given that the steam is sent to that 110 degrees centigrade. Okay, okay, and the boiling point of the solution in the second effect. Okay, so here the boiling is going on at 63.3 degrees centigrade. The overall heat transfer coefficient in the first effect, here it is U value is 2000 and here U is 1500. Okay, the heat required to raise the temperature of the feed to the boiling point can be neglected. Okay, the heat required to raise the temperature of the feed to the boiling point. Okay, means what is the heat required? When we say the heat required, that is known as sensible heat. Okay, so sensible heat is neglected. Important point, the heat flux in the two evaporators can be assumed to be equal. Okay, so it means Q1, so this is first evaporator, this is second one, so Q1 equals to Q2. So what is Q1? Flux means anything divided by area, so it will be U1 delta T, this should be equals to U2 delta T. Okay, so here what is going on? Here after vapors will going and that will act as a steam for the second one. Okay, so having some temperature T1 and this is going at T1 and then the boiling point is 63.3 degrees centigrade here. So at the bottom you can say thick liquor will go and all this. Okay, thick liquor will go from this. Okay, so just apply the balance. Okay, just apply the balance. So we have u1 given, very good, 2000. डेल्टा टी कितना है? डेल्टा टी है 110 माइनस सम टेम्परेचर T1. Okay, it is equals to 1500 and then T1 should be entered, that act as a steam for the second evaporator, minus it is given 63.3. 63.3. Just you have to calculate the value of the T1. So if you calculate the value of the T1, how much it will come? It will come approximately 89.98 degrees centigrade. So most important thing is flux is same, that is Q by area. Anything divided by area is same. Okay, so from this you can directly write this equation. Okay, so this is a very good question, means it is a double effect evaporator. We use double effect evaporator to improve the economy, as I've told earlier also. So basically you can say that middle temperature they have asked. Okay, this middle temperature and both these two temperatures are given. So just by equating we got this answer. Okay, hope you have understood. So here in the question it is asked from the heat transfer subject ki heat transfer coefficient of a vapor condensing film theory. Okay, so this is very easy question. किल्टन कोल्बर्न एनालॉजी लिखोगे तो ये डिराइव्ड इक्वेशन है. डिटस बोल्टर हम टर्बुलेंट फ्लो के लिए जब ट्यूब में यूज़ होता है, ठीक है. सीडर टेट भी हम लैमिनार, तो नसेल थेरी हम यूज़ करते हैं फॉर वेपर कंडेंसिंग एज अ फिल्म ऑन अ वर्टिकल सरफेस. ओके, बिकॉज देर इज़ अ इंटरफेस, वहाँ पे इंटरफेस होता है एक जहाँ पे फ्लूइड हमारा मूव नहीं हो रहा है और एक जहाँ पे हमारा कन्वेक्शन हो रहा है. सो बी इज़ द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. So here it is fin is given. So what is fin? So basically they are extended area to enhance the convection. Okay, extended area होता है जैसे कि रेडिएटर्स में लगे होते हैं. So हमें क्या पूछा हुआ है? फिन इफिशियंसी पूछा हुआ है और लेंथ टू डायमीटर रेशो दिया हुआ है, बायोट नंबर दिया हुआ है, वेयर रेडियस ऑफ द फिन एज अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक लेंथ. ओके, सो इफ़िशेंसी पूछा है, हमें पता है इफ़िशेंसी ऑफ फिन क्या होता है 10 ml अपॉन ml। ओके, सो m की वैल्यू क्या होती है यहाँ पे, m की वैल्यू जो हमारी होती है वो होती है हमारी अंडर रूट ऑफ HP बाय KA। ओके, m की वैल्यू जो हमारी होती है वो क्या होती है HP बाय KA। सो p क्या होता है इधर, जस्ट राइट द नोटेशंस, p इज पैरामीटर, h इज हीट ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट, k इज थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी और a क्या होता है, एरिया होता है। ओके, सो यहाँ पे हम कैलकुलेट करने की कोशिश करते हैं ml, तो अगर हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे ml इक्वल्स टू क्या हो जाएगा HP बाय KA इंटू एल स्क्वायर। ओके, सो हम वैल्यूज़ पुट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, हीट ट्रांसफ़र कोएफिशिएंट अपॉन K को तो हम अलग कर देते हैं, पैरामीटर क्या हो जाएगा पाई डी, एरिया क्या हो जाएगा पाई बाय 4 इंटू डी स्क्वायर। सो पाई से पाई कैंसल, एक डी से ये डी कैंसल, इंटू एल स्क्वायर। ओके, फिर और आगे सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करते हैं तो ये हो जाएगा h बाय के इंटू 4 इंटू एल बाय डी इंटू एल, है ना, हमारे पास एल स्क्वायर है क्योंकि। सो यहाँ पे अगर हम इसको सॉल्व करें सो टर्म्स में एडजस्ट करने की कोशिश करना पड़ेगा हमें पता है एल बाई डी हमें गिवन है इक्वल्स टू 4। ओके, सो एल इक्वल्स टू क्या गिवन है हमारे पास 4d, और इसको हम क्योंकि हमारा बायोट नंबर रेडियस के टर्म में, इसलिए हम एल को क्या लिख सकते हैं 4 इंटू 2r। सो जस्ट पुट दिस h बाई के इंटू 4 इंटू एल बाई डी के जगह क्या लिख सकते हैं हम 4, और एल के जगह क्या लिख सकते हैं 4 इंटू 2r। ओके, सो यहाँ पे अगर हम देखें हमारे पास बायोट नंबर क्या होता है, बायोट नंबर हमारे पास यहाँ पे आ जाएगा h r बाय के, है ना, रेजिस्टेंस ड्यू टू कंडक्शन अपॉन रेजिस्टेंस ड्यू टू कन्वेक्शन। ओके, सो यहाँ पे अगर हम ये बात करें तो हम लिख सकते हैं एच आर बाय के, एक हमारे पास एल बाई डी है जिसको हमने 4 लिख चुके हैं, फिर से मैं लिख देता हूँ एल बाई डी, 4 हमारा हो चुका है। अब क्या बचा है जस्ट सी, ये वाली टर्म इसके साथ जा चुकी है, एक एल बाई डी हमारा आ चुका है, अब बचा है एक 4, है ना, इंटू 4। सो 2 4 हो चुके हैं, और L इक्वल्स टू 4 इंटू 2r वाला भी एक 4 बचा है ना, इंटू 2, और r की रेडियस की वैल्यू कितनी गिवन है, रेडियस की वैल्यू 2r, तो ये रेडियस की ज़रूरत नहीं है। ओके, एच आर बाई के यहाँ पे हमारा लग चुका है टोटल। सो यहाँ से हम इसको जब कैलकुलेट करेंगे सो इट विल बी 2.2627, है ना, तो ये हमारी ml की वैल्यू आ चुकी है। लेकिन हमें क्या निकालना है, हमें इफ़िशेंसी निकालनी है ना, हमें इफ़िशेंसी निकालनी है यहाँ पे बेसिकली। सो इफ़िशेंसी निकालने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, हम यहाँ पे फिन ओके 10h ऑफ 2.2627 अपॉन 2.2627, है ना। सो कैलकुलेट करो कितना आ रहा है इसमें, ओके कैलकुलेट करो, इट विल बी कमिंग 0.43। ओके, सो इफ़िशेंसी कितनी आ गई हमारी 43%। ओके, सो यहाँ पे जो है एच आर बाई के, इसके जगह ये क्या है हमारा, ये हमारा बायोट नंबर है। ओके, अगर किसी को कन्फ्यूज़ हो रहा है तो याद रख सकते हैं, दिस एच आर बाई के इज़ बायोट नंबर। क्वेश्चन में गिवन है, क्वेश्चन में गिवन है दैट यू हैव टू राइट इट in terms of this. Okay, 0.04 value is also given. Okay, it is 0.04, so you can easily calculate all this value. This L by D value is 4. Again I am telling so that you don't have any confusion. Okay, finally we get the efficiency of the plate. Okay, thank you.